Hello everybody, welcome to EduTap. Today my screen is off. My camera is not working and that is why I've decided to start the session without the camera. I hope that would be fine. And the scheme that we are covering today, it is Operation Greens. So here, why are we studying about this scheme? Because if you look at the news, this particular scheme has been recently in news. As you can see, this is 19th of December, where Operation Greens, this was, the description of the scheme was given and a little bit of data was there. We will understand more about the news at the end of the session after understanding the concept. So let's get started. But before starting, here's an announcement for all the aspirants who are preparing for central regulatory bodies. We have come up with one-stop solution guide to all the queries that you must be having regarding the organization you want to join. For example, if you want to know more about RBI, NABARD, SEBI, you can get all the detailed information in these e-guidebooks along with the hierarchical structure, what will be your role once you join the organization and what not. After that, I am sure that you want to know about the recruitment process. So all about it, how many phases are there, what is the pattern of each phase, and what is the syllabus, previous year cut-off trends says about the examination difficulty level, and everything again comprehensively been covered. At the end, we have added some steps that you can follow on your own if you're going for self preparation, and you can boost your preparation if you want to download these e-guidebooks, these are freely available and the link of it is given in the description box below. Now let's talk about the scheme and why was it particular scheme introduced. Alright, so this scheme initially, when it was introduced back in 2018, at that time the scheme was focusing on three major crops that we had that is majorly utilized in India. And the crops that I'm saying, these were like perishable crops I'm talking about. What are perishable crops? These are the crops which can degrade or become bad quickly. Okay, so they degrade. Yeah, if I say in Hindi, jaldi kharab ho jati hai, right? Ab now if you look at rice, wheat, pulses, are they perishable crops? No, they are not perishable crops, because these grains and pulses, they can be sustained for months, right? At home also for months you have rice and pulses, everything kept. But if I talk about fruits, if I talk about vegetables, so you also know that after a while, after few days only, they get bad, right? So these are known as perishable crops. Now what happened back in 2018, we were focusing on three major perishable crops that we have, which is top. What are these top? T stands for tomato, O stands for onion, and P stands for potato. And now I think almost you all would also agree that how tomato, onion and potato, these are the most widely consumed as well as utilized crops in India, right? So this particular scheme initially it came into action for tomato, onion and potato. And with what purpose? Because these are perishable in nature. Because of that, what happened, the farmers, at any rate whatever they were getting in the market, they had to sell it, right? Otherwise it would get perished and the farmer would not get anything. So to stop this distress sale, to have the stabilization of these crops price in the market, so that the farmers can have a good price, right? The scheme was introduced. Another reason was of introduction is, and somehow you can link it to the first cause, that is to farmer selling the product at any cost, because the produce is perishable, right? Why is this reason? Because in India we lack infrastructure for storage of perishable crops also, right? Here I specifically want to talk about the cold chain value addition. What is cold chain value addition? These are such storage structure where the temperature is controlled and atmospheric gases are also controlled, so that the perishability feature of the crops can be reduced, and the shelf life, you can say, the shelf life of the crops can be improved. What is shelf life? Shelf life is for how long a particular crop can sustain. All right, so this cold chain value addition, it also includes the transportation, such vehicles, such trucks, such vans, which have this feature of controlling temperature inside it only, so that if any crop has to be sent from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, at least because of the temperature regulation as well as the atmosphere or gases regulation, the shelf life can be increased, and when the consumer get the produce, it is not perished, right? So because of these two reasons, to build the infrastructure and also to stabilize this market price, so that the farmers, they do not bear loss, this particular scheme was was introduced. Okay, initially in 2018 it was for top, tomato, onion and potato, but in 2020 when our Atmanirbhar Bharat package during the COVID time, this package was introduced. So during that time the scheme was extended to 22 perishable crops. So initially it started with top, but afterward it was then it was extended to 22 perishable crops. All right, what are the names of these crops? I will show you. It is present in the news only. All right, but I hope now you have the clarity what is the scheme all about, and how it helped, right? And what is the purpose of it. Yeah, so now let's talk about the basics. So the launcher of the scheme that we have understood is 2018, and it falls under the Ministry of Food Processing Industries, right? So many of you might get confused that we are talking about the crops, and especially, or you can say perishable crops. So ministry can be Ministry of Agriculture, but if you link one of the objective of the scheme, which is to build the infrastructure, right? What can be the infrastructure? The storage infrastructure we are talking about. And in fact, to reduce the post harvest losses, if we have such industries which can convert or you can say food processing industries which can convert these products into something more valuable, which can fetch more price, for example from tomato to ketchup, right? So this is the value addition that has been done, right? So this conversion from tomato to ketchup, it is known as what? It is known as your food processing. All right, because we are talking about such infrastructure, that is why it falls under the Ministry of Food Processing and Industry. And here we are talking about stabilization of the price also, right? To avoid the distress sale, right? So here we are talking about, we are including the market as well. So therefore the nodal agency will be your NAFED, the National Agriculture Cooperative Marketing Federation of India. That will be your nodal agency for this particular scheme. Talking about the aim, so that we have understood, to protect the growers, right? So we are focusing on the farmers over here, to protect the growers of the eligible crops, the 22 crops that we are talking about, from making distress sales, so that they do not just sell the crops at any price, so that before the perishability it reaches, right? And to reduce the post harvest loss. How to reduce the post harvest loss? If it is not being sold, of course the it will get perished, right? So it is better to utilize such crops, or who are at the verge of perishability, to convert them into something more productive in the form of food processing, okay, to reduce the post harvest losses. Type, it is a sector scheme. It means so it is fully funded by the central government, and at the end tenure currently, so in 2021 it was again extended till 2026. However, the launcher will remain same, that is 2018, but in 2021 till initially it was till 2021, but then it was realized we still need some more improvement under this, so that is why it was further extended till 2026. All right, talking about the objectives, now everything is clear, you have understood the basics, so everything will remain now same. Enhancing value realization of total farmers. Yes, now what is this total? See, initially this crop was for just top, right? Tomato, onion, potato, and when then it was extended to 22 crops, okay, then the name from top it changed to total, because we were almost whatever be the perishable fruits and vegetables, like it includes maximum, not all, but yes, that is why it was then said total, like it is including now all the fruits and vegetable crops, right? So that is why it has been written total farmers, and total is in capital. Why? Because it is including all the 22 perishable crops. Okay, enhancing value realization. How the government is going to make farmers realize that okay, this is the value. When we say value realization, it means awareing the farmer or the organization, FPOs, farmer producing organization, about the real prices which they can fetch from the market. So first aim is this. How that will be done? By interventions. Okay, government will intervene to strengthen production cluster, to aware the production clusters and their FPOs about the right money and how to negotiate that, and by linking or connecting them with the market, so that they also have an idea that what is the actual price in the market that is going on. Price stabilization will be done. Okay, for how it will be done? By proper production planning. Okay, proper production planning होगी जिससे price stabilization हो. Apart from that, reduction in post harvest business losses, that how will be done? By creating infrastructure at various stages, by creating farm gate infrastructure, okay, to have proper storage facilities, proper logistics. What are logistics? This is again the transportation that we are talking about, right? So to have suitable, why is it saying suitable? Again, cold chain, please remember that cold chain one, it is suitable for the perishable crops. Creation of appropriate storage capacity, okay, this can be done. Apart from that, what is the other objective? Increase in food processing capacity by and value addition to top value chain. Initially it was top, but now we understand it is for total, okay, with firm linkages with production clusters, right? If you link these farmers with the production cluster, we can improve the food processing capacity of India, right? And therefore they will get the good price for it. Then apart from that, we have setting up of a market intelligence network, okay, this will also be done to collect and collate real-time data which will tell about the demand and supply of that particular crop. Please keep in mind this these objectives and everything has been taken from the official notification, so they are still going by top. However, they have clearly mentioned that now it is available for all 22 perishable crops, but here if you look at various places where you are looking the top, it actually means total only. All right, so another thing that will be done, market intelligence network will be established so that the idea about what is the current data, what is the current demand and supply in the market is there, that can be notified, right? Now we have said that two things will be taken care of: stabilization of market, along with that infrastructure will also be taken into consideration under the scheme, right? So what has been done? For that reason, two strategies has been defined. One for the short term, known as short term price stabilization measure, because you know this price stabilization, it depends on demand and supply. It is very volatile, right? That is why it is a short term measure or strategy that government will focus on. However, if we talk about infrastructure facility, if we talk about developing the post-harvest industries and all that, that is a long-term strategy. Why? Because it will take a lot of time to establish the infrastructure, right? So that is why under Operation Greens there are two strategies. One is for short-term price stabilization measure, and another is long-term integrated value chain development project. All right, now let's talk about the short-term price stabilization measures. ठीक है, मैं इसमें एक और चीज, if I want to clear, if you don't know what is a value chain, cold chain that I talked about, okay, what is cold chain that I talked about? The trucks with proper refrigeration facility, right? That's a different thing. Integrated value chain, value chain means adding value and by a chain process. Chain is what? There in chain there are various steps that are involved, right? So integrated value chain, what does it mean? It means, like, for example, again, you are making a cake, right? For that there was a sugar, right? So sugar cane, okay, from sugar cane first sugar was made, right? From that sugar then another thing was made. Maybe you have utilized the sugar for bura or other forms that exist of sugar, and then you are selling that to market. Now imagine for yourself what is the price of sugar cane and what is the price of a sugar. You would observe a huge difference. This is known as value chain, right? Integrate value chain, where you have added to some value and then you have sold it to the consumer or customer. All right, so this is a long chain where different infrastructure facility it is required. So this is the long-term strategy that the government want to have. Now in short-term price stabilization, how the price will be stabilized? If there is surplus already in the market, and if new farmers are coming and they are selling the same product, of course they are going to get the lesser price. So that is why in such cases you can stabilize the market by having proper storage facilities, so that during the time there is not the farmer is not getting good prices in the market, at least the farmer can store the produce till the time he can get the price, right? So for that the ministry is providing how much? 50% of the subsidy on the components. What are the components? First, on the transportation, please keep in mind it says top, but of course it is talking about the other crops also, the other perishable crops also. So the means whatever be the money that will be required for transportation purpose or for the storage facility of that, whatever money will be utilized or will be spent, 50% will be subsidized by government. Means whatever be the amount, if 100 rupees is required for the transportation, 50% subsidy means 50 rupees will be given by government. Similarly for storage facilities, if 100 is rupees has to be given to a store warehouse unit to store the produce, 50 per rupees will be given by the government of India, right? Now if they start doing for everything in every scenario, definitely it is going to be a huge loss maker for government, right? So that is why government has kept some conditions that only in such conditions the 50% subsidy will be provided. Now what is that condition? Now here it says top. I really want to highlight, by now I was saying everywhere the top means total, top means total. However, but in this particular case which I'm explaining currently, here top means just for these crops only. For other crops there is other criteria. Alright, let's start with this and then I will tell you what is the criteria for other crops. Now subsidy for top will be provided when? Only in one condition the will be provided, when the price falls is preceding 3 years, means in this 3 years time period, previous 3 year, if the in the current year the farmer is facing the price drop in that particular produce in top crops. Okay, what does it mean? It means that if the value of top crops, tomato, onion, potato, is very low in, if you compare for the 3 years average, in that condition 50% subsidy can be provided for the either of the two cases. Okay, apart from that, price falls more than 15% compared to last year. Two condition, 3 years ka average market price, okay, and 15% compared to the last year market price. If there is price drop, in that condition 50% subsidy will be provided, right? First, in case of transportation, maybe the farmer is getting better price in some other state. In that case the farmer would want to sell the top crop to other state, right? In that condition transportation ka 50% will be subsidized by government, right? Or maybe the farmer decided to store it for a while, right? So in such cases what will be done? Storage facilities, that potato and potato and onion can still be kept for longer duration. Even at home, sometimes people they take onion and they keep it for 4 months to 6 months, right? Similarly, potato can be kept for 1 to 2 months or 2 to 3 months, right? So these can be kept in storage facilities, while tomato, which is actually perishable, can be sent to another state with the help of transportation. Okay, so in such cases subsidy in only in this condition will be provided. I hope you have the clarity by now. Now if we talk about the other perishable crops, in that what is the criteria? So in the case of other perishable crops, that will be defined by the state government. So individually that will be defined, right? So there is no specific criteria, because top, this was from where the scheme it started, and these are the major crops that we have in India, like widely consumed crops that we have in India. Perishable crops I would want to highlight, that is why for them this was the criteria, and for other crops state will come up, they will declare, okay, whatever criteria they want to declare. Next is long-term integrated value chain development. Now in this, first of all, what are the things that are included? First of all, capacity building. Capacity building is skill development of FPOs, okay, and the consortium means whatever the group that they have. Okay, quality production will be kept in mind under the particular strategy. Post-harvest processing facilities, what are their proper agri-logistic, marketing, consumption point, and creation and management of e-platforms for creating demand and supply, okay, of top as well as the total crops. Now here when we are saying that in long term strategy the projects will be formed, so of course for projects money will be required, right? So what is the pattern of assistance, right? First of all, it's being said clearly that whatever be the value addition projects that will be there the granting aid will be by government. Of how much? It will range, it will depend from project to project and how many. For example, if FPO is there, FPO consists of many members, it is farmer producing organization, so of course this organization has n number of farmers, right? So it will be depend on how the FPO's condition currently is, or how many members are there who can contribute to the project cost, right? And also what is the total value of the project cost. So on this factor the range has been set, that the range granting aid will be how much? 35 to 70%, and there is a maximum cap also 50 crore per project, right? Because for example, if I have taken if my project is of like 10 you can say 100 crore, right? So of that 70% will be very much for the government to bear, right? So that is why government has said that either the 37 to 35 to 70%, whatever be the eligible project cost, government will bear it, right? Government will provide the assistance. However, there is a cap that per project maximum to maximum which government can help, that is 50 crore. Okay, I hope there is clarity. In short term, 50% of the subsidy was given. However, in long term, there is a range of 35 to 70% of the eligible project cost, but there is a maximum cap also which is of 50 crore. Okay, I hope there is no confusion as of yet. And whoever the applicants who wants to apply, they have to go to the Sampada portal. Sampada is in itself a scheme, okay? So there they would have to apply if they want to get benefit under this, right? Now when I say that applicants or eligible beneficiaries can avail the offer, so who are the eligible beneficiaries? Okay, so these include your state and agriculture marketing federation, FPOs that are there, cooperatives, agriculture cooperatives, and who are related to the food processing, they can be eligible. Any company, self-help group, food processor, you need not to memorize everything. Whoever who wants to get engaged with this sort of work are eligible under this, right? And very important is to note that there is no statewide funds that is allocated. Why there is no state-wise fund under the scheme? Because it is a demand driven and project driven process, right? Here assistance will be only given to projects which are eligible, which are helpful, and who such FPOs or cooperatives or whoever eligible beneficiaries who wants to establish projects under the scheme. So for example, if any state in Uttarakhand, the government has allocated XYZ amount of money, but there are no projects that are eligible, so that is why that money will not be of any use. That is why it's been said that state wise fund is not there. Government will allocate money as per the project. Okay, I hope there is clarity, and that is all about the scheme. Now again, if you look at the scheme, so there initially the description was given, and then initially the original scheme was which was for 3 crops, tomato, onion and potato. Later on it was extended to 22 perishable crops, and you can see the names. You need not to memorize the names, I would not recommend. However, you can read it once to just have an understanding. Okay, so these are the 22 crops that we have, and here's an homework for you all. Try to attempt this, and these are the toppers of the last session. Ankit, welcome, and he said the right answer. Swati said the right answer. We have Bhaviga saying the, Mahesh saying the right answer. We have Riya saying the right answer. Welcome Riya. Parth saying the right answer. GB saying the right answer. Ranjit Sharma, Ankit saying the right answer. Vyas, Preeti Vyas saying the right answer. Then we have Vijay saying the right answer. Shiva, Rahul saying the right answer. Shiva, also please write option, right? Because only two in examination you would realize, you know, it might be option 2 might be in C or D, right? So that is why it would be better for your practice if you write the option number also, right? Then we have Kinshuk saying the right answer. And Kinshuk, please follow the same thing, right? Please write option also. This will help you for the exam preparation. Divya said the right answer. Murali said the right answer. Please write the option number as well. And Riya also, right? Riya also, please write the option number. Sandhya saying the right answer. Ruhi saying the right answer. We have user saying the right answer. We have Happy saying the right answer. Happy, please mention the option number also. And Kunal said the right answer. Kunal, I'll talk to the team that if you're not getting PDF, I'll let you know. But usually we provide within this 24 gap, right? 24 hour span. So if within that time period you are not getting, I will talk to the team. And iska PDF nahi mila mujhe. Okay, Princey, I will share the same. Vijay, okay. Then we have Rawat saying the right answer, and Amrita, welcome Amrita. Amrita, I'm beginner, I'm preparing for RBI Grade B from America. Yes, Amrita, it's actually a very good strategy that initially if you just start with just 2 schemes, otherwise it will be overwhelming for you to memorize the data, and once you will have the practice, then for revision you can come up with more number of schemes. And yes, you said the right answer. Then Abhishek said the right answer with proper explanation. And Divya, Hare Krishna, Divyanshu Joshi, Hare Krishna and struggle. Yeah. So that is all in this video. If you have any confusion, you can always write. I'll definitely reply. Or if you want me to cover any scheme, and if that will be news, I'll make a session on that. If you like the video, kindly like the video, comment it, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of this and every lecture that we provide here on YouTube. It's always Not downloading easily. What is valid phone number? RGB, maybe what you can do, here you are looking on the screen, there is a calling number that is there, right? You can just call in this particular number. They will guide you with whatever query you have. I hope your query is resolved, and thank you everybody for watching the session. If you have any doubt, any query, do let me know, and we'll meet again with another scheme. And until then, all the very best for your examination, and thank you.